And so I want to see a revitalization, a refreshing take on the nature-human relationship. How should humans relate to nature? How should we behave within this matrix of nature, this mother nature? This is what I want to create, and this is what I want to see manifest in reality. And I want to see how this new philosophy of nature will positively affect how we relate to nature, and will ultimately ensure that we humans can continue this human enterprise for an indefinitely long period of time on this fine earth. The environmental narrative has become stale, weird, strange. It inspires strange actions out of individuals. Back in its heyday, let's consider its heyday maybe just post Rachel Carson's Silent Spring. So 1960s, early 1960s. Back in its heyday, the environmental movement was about preventing the extinction of the megafauna of the oceans, the whales, the dolphins and whatnot. It was about preventing the extinction of charismatic terrestrial fauna too, bears, lions, cheetahs, elephants, rhinos, the list goes on. But now, for some strange reason, the environmental movement and the narrative connected to it has morphed into this: let's reduce carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. If we can do that, then all of our problems will be solved. And to my mind, that is quite uninspiring, because I can't see carbon dioxide molecules, and so I don't become inspired to act on behalf of chemical molecules. However, if we maintained a frame of nature and revitalizing this love of nature, then the environmental movement will be re-energized. We can breathe new life back into the movement that would look something similar to what it was in the 1960s, but also would have a modern twist. Everything that has happened between the time of the environmental movement's heyday and today, when it has morphed into this weird carbon dioxide loving, fetish for carbon dioxide sort of a movement, everything that has happened in that intervening time period could be accounted for, because an awful lot happened in that time. We, as people who feel the need to re-energize the love of nature, to re-energize the environmental movement and take the best of it, the best of what it was and the best of what it could be, merge those together and create this new narrative, new outlook on nature, the human-nature relationship. How should humans treat nature, and how should we be in the world in such a way that is sustainable for an indefinitely long period of time? That's ultimately the goal, I suppose. We don't want to undermine the ecological substrate upon which we depend. But if we insist on trotting out this stale, dull, uninspiring, actually kind of annoying environmental narrative, then I fear we will fail at the goal that that narrative has. We have one Earth, one great big, amazing, beautiful Earth, full of the most beautiful animals, full of the most beautiful landscapes, scenic landscapes, beautiful plants, trees, flowers, vistas, views, sunsets, the moon. All of this natural beauty is just that, beautiful. The environmental narrative that speaks to that beauty in a way, speaks to it in such a way that suppresses that vigor and beauty and wonder and awesomeness of nature, and amplifies the terrible effects that humans have on nature writ large. This is very off-putting for most, if not all people, and only those environmental activists who are most heavily engaged in that sort of speech care about it. I can't say I care about it, but I love nature deeply, and so I want to see a revitalization, a refreshing take on the nature-human relationship. How should humans relate to nature? How should we behave within this matrix of nature, this mother nature? This is what I want to create, and this is what I want to see manifest in reality. And I want to see how this new philosophy of nature will positively affect how we relate to nature, and will ultimately ensure that we humans can continue this human enterprise for an indefinitely long period of time on this fine earth. Because what else are we at? We might as well give as many human beings a chance at living in this phenomenal, beautiful world, as many human beings as we can, and see what happens.